Hey guys, Marcinkin here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so this will probably be the final anniversary guide, considering the fact that technically it starts tonight. So for this last one, we are going to go over all of the new events that release during the anniversary and talk about like some of the special missions that come with some of them. Now, I have done videos previously talking about things like the 6 main Extreme Z battles that we're getting, so we won't be talking about them in this video. If you don't know about those and you want to check those out, then that is a video that already exists, just talking about the units that are getting the EZAs and then getting their own separate like 30 stage Extreme Z battles. I will do separate guides for those as well, like the team building guides, but those will come out like the night before the actual EZA comes out. And I think the first ones, which is the Physical Super Vegito and STR Super Buu, they don't come out until I think it's like 5 days after the anniversary starts, something like that. So those guides will come out as and when the events are about to release. But yeah, there are 3 parts to the anniversary, lots of new events coming out, so we're just going to go through all of them in this video, give you an idea of what to expect. Some of these will be coming out as early as tonight when the anniversary starts, some of them don't come out until later, and some of them do come out at the start, but only with a limited number of the stages, and then more stages get added throughout the anniversary. So let me know down below in the comment section, once you're done, what are you most looking forward to out of all of these events? How excited are you for the anniversary to start? Let me know down below in the comment section, but let us go ahead and jump straight in. So the first thing that's going to be coming out straight away in part one is the free-to-play story events. We always get a couple of these with each anniversary. So the first one, based around Buu, Kid Buu / Oob, this is the event where you're going to be able to farm the Barbody. Now, I'm pretty sure, I don't think the TUR one even comes out straight away. I think it literally is the first 2 stages. So you're only able to farm the SSR Barbody, who will eventually awaken with a TUR when they add these stages to get the medals. Then eventually they'll add these stages to get the medals to awaken into an EZA, and then, into an LR, and then later in the celebration we'll get an EZA as well, which will be a separate thing. I think maybe, is the TUR available and then it's the LR later? I actually can't exactly remember the order for the free-to-play LR for the anniversary, but you want to make sure you farm up the copies of this card, because he is eventually going to become an LR that gets an EZA. You want to farm up 2 SA10 copies and an SA5 copy. So 3 copies in total, 2 of them at max SA 10 out of 10 and 1 of them at SA 5, because then once you do get the stage where we can get the medals to awaken them into an LR, you want to awaken all 3 of those, put the 2 10s together, so you have one at LR with SA 20 out of 20 without having to use any Kais, and then you have a spare LR at SA 5 for when the EZA comes out in the later part of the anniversary, and then you just feed that one straight in, and you have your LR EZA'd and at 25 out of 25. So this is one of the first ones that comes out. Nothing too crazy right at the start, as it will only have a couple of stages, but while you wait for the banners to come out, at least you can make sure you get these copies of Barbody farmed up. So we also have the other event that will have a free-to-play card. So this is just one structured around many adventures and battles surrounding the Dragon Balls. So you can see you fight like Dragon Ball Yamcha, Krillin, then there's Kid Gohan, Cell, like the Cell games are in here. Then you've got Staff Officer Black from the Red Ribbon Army, Full Power Frieza, Cell again, and then Kid Buu. So from this stage you can farm up the free-to-play physical Hercule, and then later on he will get a stage for the medals to awaken him to a TUR, and then he gets an EZA towards the end of the anniversary as well. So that means you're going to want to farm up 1 copy to full SA 10 and then a second copy to SA 5 ready for when he gets his EZA. So, and we also have this free to play event. This is for the Super Warrior Memorial Goku and Rivals. So in his many adventures and battles over the Dragon Balls, Goku meets many exciting rivals and grows as a martial artist. So you've got Piccolo Jr., Great Ape Vegeta, Android 18, Nova, Baby, Super 17, Sin and Omega. As you get through these, there are a couple of support memories. So this new Goku one, Spirit of a Martial Artist. I think, is the Piccolo one new as well? Piccolo's Encouragement, are they both new? I think they are, right? Because, yeah, complete the support memory and use it in a stage as a mission for both of them. So, 2 new support memories. Doesn't give the details on here, but obviously we'll go over those when they're actually out in the game and give you guys an example of what they do. So just another free-to-play event. I mean, get a couple of support memories. Obviously, get stones for beating the stages for the first time. You obviously want to go through all of these in the short time between the anniversary starting and the banner coming out, so you can maximize your stone count ready for the banners. But those 3 free-to-play story events come out straight away as soon as the anniversary starts. This one should be releasing as well. So this is the once a day limited event that gives you skill orbs that are exclusive to Power of Wishes characters. So they've done a bunch of these in the past, right, where you get skill orbs that can only be used by characters of a certain category, and it is for Power of Wishes, which is the 2 main LRs. That's the categories they belong to. Power of Wishes is a category that has gotten tons of buffs. It has characters like the LR Bulma and the God Goku from Saiyan Day. So the fact that you can just get free farmable skill orbs for units that are obviously incredibly good is very good. So you got to make sure you do not forget, do this event every single day, because it's once per day, so you do not want to miss any opportunities to do it. You can get skill orbs of the varying varieties. If you get a question mark tile appear on the map, you get a guaranteed gold, so you want to make sure you do these as much as possible. And you do get some guaranteed ones as rewards for beating it, and to get the best one, which is the gold one, you have to beat it 20 times. So you do want to make sure you're not missing any of these, because beat it 20 times, but you can only do it once per day. So make sure you do this every single day. The anniversary does last long enough that I think if you miss like a couple of days, you can still get it. But obviously try not to miss them, right? Because you want the skill orbs. Then we have this now. This event is interesting. This is like a tutorial event. This is the kind of event that they probably should have just had in the game like when it first came out. I don't know if it remains permanent or even if maybe after you've completed it, it disappears. I'm not actually sure. I feel like this is an event that should have been in the game like straight away if you're like a day 1 player. Because this is basically Goku just kind of teaching you the basics of the game. So stage 1, offense training, I'm pretty sure it's the way it works is you can only damage him with super attacks, because the game is basically saying like, hey, here's how you do super attacks with your characters. But because it's a tutorial stage, I think I may have taken in an overkill team because I wasn't sure what the event was going to be when I played it on JP. But you just one-shot him, beat stage 1. And then defense training, you fight him for 3 turns and you can't kill him. But he doesn't really do that much damage. And then, yeah, you all it is you get 15 stones for beating stage 1 and 15 stones for beating stage 2. As well as getting a stone for beating it for the first time for each stage. So basically this is an event that, I mean, unless you are a brand new player and you have essentially like no team, this is basically just like 32 stones for free. So this is pretty good. Make sure you get this one done straight away as well. And then we have the Shadow Dragons event. So this is the equivalent of like the red zone for this anniversary. Stages released throughout the course of the anniversary and they get harder and harder as they go. You fight all of the Shadow Dragons all the way up to Sin at the end. And this is the one that if you do follow JP at all, you watch videos from people like Truth or Minato, this is the new hardest fight in the game. Harder than any of the other red zone bosses, this level 7 Sin Shenron. So absolute mad lad, does AoE attacks in the 2nd and 3rd phase. His super attack hits for an insane amount of damage as well as his AoEs in the 3rd phase. So this is the new hardest event in the game, but this final stage won't come out until nearer to the end of the anniversary. So characters with nuke leader skills are banned from the event. And then obviously there are a bunch of missions just for beating each of the stages. Just like the OG red zones, you do get a support memory for completing the entire thing. I think this Shenron one is actually pretty bad though. Let me open it up. I think is it Shadow Dragon Saga? Yeah, Shadow Dragon Saga allies support, and then key 1 for Extreme Shadow Dragon allies. Crazy how they brought out this support memory but then didn't make the part 2 LR Omega Shenron, right? That would have worked really well, but oh well. So there you go. Some of the stages have missions, but I will go over those in the actual videos that I do about those stages as and when they come out. So the earlier stages aren't too hard. I think Nova and Ice are like sort of red zone boss level. Maybe not like Metal Cooler Core, but like red zone boss level. And then yeah, Sin is the new hardest fight in the game. So then moving on, we have this special Spirit Bomb event. Now I believe this does come out near the beginning of the anniversary, but then they add extra missions to it later. So stage 1 is against Kid Buu, stage 2 is against Omega Shenron, is all about the Spirit Bomb. So it says stage 1, Kid Buu will revive up to 5 times if he doesn't get KO'd by dealing a large amount of damage with one attack. I think it's something like you have to do like, is it 5 million or 15 million in one hit, otherwise he just revives. And then stage 2, Omega has a minus energy gauge, which makes him invincible. The gauge can be decreased by using super attacks. Once the gauge reaches 0, the battle goes into the second phase. In phase 2, he must be defeated by using a large amount of damage in one turn. Does anyone actually say here what it is? No, a bunch of people are just saying they don't like the event. Because the problem is, this event is pretty much designed to be destroyed with the 8th anniversary LR Spirit Bomb. So if you don't pull them, then it's a lot harder, right? Because you can use, I think you have to use a set friend as well for this one. Yeah, you do. You have to use these, right? So for stage 1, you have to use either this Goku or this Vegito. And then stage 2, you have to use the LR Super Saiyan 4's Gogeta or Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So you can't even use a friend Spirit Bomb LR if you don't have one. Now, it is still possible. I did see people doing it on JP, and obviously I will make videos about the event when it comes out, but if you do have the Spirit Bomb, it makes it a lot easier, especially because I don't think they mention it on here anywhere, but there's a tile on the map before you go into the fight that you can select to run into that basically does like 50% of your health damage. So when you go into the fight, because of the condition for the anniversary LRs, you can use their standby straight away. So obviously for the Buu duo, you can start charging their Spirit Bomb. And then for the GT duo, ideally, especially if it's like Omega, you want to beat the first stage and get into the second one, and then use the revival to get the Spirit Bomb off, right? So if you pull the 8th anniversary LRs, this won't be that difficult at all. If you don't, it might be a bit more tricky, but again, I'll make more detailed videos about each of these actual events as they come out and are in the game. So, and then yeah, the missions they add towards the end is beating it with certain characters, turn limits, and then I think the damage ones are there right from the beginning. So you can see here, like, deal a certain amount of damage with a single attack. I think 10 million is the minimum to actually kill him, or it might be 5, and that's why 10 is a mission. We'll have to double check that when it comes out in the game. And then you get some of the tickets for the anniversary banner. You get some Kais, bunch of stones. So yeah, very good. Then we have a anniversary special battlefield. This happens quite a lot. It's just anniversary themed. Each of the stages ends as the final boss being Spirit Bomb related. We have the Namek Goku, we have the Spirit Bomb absorbed Goku, and then the GT Goku. And the other 2 bosses in stage 3 are Omega and Kid Buu. So just very battlefield related. Pretty standard missions as a normal battlefield. You obviously get the weekly missions. I think this one just stays up obviously for the whole anniversary. So this one will be fairly straightforward. Again, I'll do a video for it. I've done videos in the past talking about best teams for beating the final boss of the battlefield, so we'll see how difficult this Kid Goku is at the end, and then I might make a video just going over some of the units that will be best to use against him. But I can tell you straight away, just by looking at this, he can't be attack lowered and he can't be stunned, but he can be sealed. So against these harder red zone battlefield bosses, that's always going to be your go-to strategy, right, is sealing. So this will just be a nice bunch of extra stones. Then we have this King Kai special event. I think this one comes out in part 2 or 3. This one is a special stage that gives you an increased chance to link level your characters. So it can only be attempted 3 times a week. It has a 42% chance of link leveling your character. I wonder if that applies to every level though. Because surely that doesn't mean 42% chance to get like a 9 go up to 10. Because if that is the case, then that is insanely good. But not only is this one of those stages like the Guru one that gives you the enhanced link level rate, but it also has missions to get those link level keys, which up until now were only available if you purchased them with real money from the barbershop, from the Pilaf Trove. So by beating this event a certain number of times throughout the thing, it's 3 times per week. So 3 weeks, beat it 3 times, get it done 9 times. You get a bunch of keys. It's 5 keys total, which is enough to do 1 attempt on the link level stage, which if you've never done it, because maybe you are a free-to-play player, the link level stage, when you finish the fight at the end, every single one of your character's links goes up by 1 guaranteed. So the strategy that a lot of people do is link level their characters all the way up to being at all level 9s, and then they just go into the key stage and boom, all of those links go up to 10. So this is the first time this will have been available to free-to-play players, and it gives you enough keys to do 1 run on the stage. So make sure, just like the Wish Orbs one, because it's limited, make sure you are doing this the 3 times a week, right, so you don't miss out on the rewards. Then we have an infinite Dragon Ball history stage, which is stage 24 versus warriors fighting demons. Interesting. Now obviously on global, currently stage 24 is Realm of Gods, but that's because of the release order. You can see Realm of Gods was supposed to be 25, and then the World Tournament one was 26. So global usually just updates this. So the new stage will come out and will then just be 24, and the other numbers will be updated. So, but yeah, this one pretty straightforward. Fight Gohan, Majin Vegeta, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Gotenks and Piccolo, Ultima Gohan, Vegito, Super Saiyan 2 Angel Vegeta, and then Spirit Bomb Goku. The missions, I'll do a video about this, of course. The special categories is 3 characters from Majin Power and 3 characters from Power of Wishes, as well as beating it within 18 turns. So you can get a nice chunk of stones. Infinite Dragon Ball history stages are always nice, right? Because they're not that hard. It's just a decently length event that gives you a nice amount of stones if you do all the missions. So this one comes out, I think, a little bit later in the anniversary, because I opened the tabs in order of the parts 1 to 3. So if this one is towards the end, I think this comes out in part 2. But yeah, nice and straightforward way to get some extra stones. Then we have the Extreme Z area. I thought I'd throw this in here because this comes out nearer the end of the anniversary. It's the same one that has the Hercule and Boo, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Oob, this Gohan, Spopovich, the Supreme Kai, Gohan and Videl, Saiyaman 1 and 2, the Goku, Gohan and Goten, and then yeah, they had 2 stages at the end, one for Hercule and then one for the LR Barbady. So this comes out, I believe, in part 3, so you can get the easy A's for the anniversary free-to-play units. Pretty straightforward. This event's been around for a while, and there's a lot of characters from it that you can use. So this one is pretty straightforward. Then we get an explosive chain battle, everybody's favourite, versus Vegeta and Nappa. The advantageous categories are Power of Wishes, Earthbred Fighters, and Wicked Bloodline. This is why I mentioned in the Kaioken Goku showcase yesterday. There he is on the top row. That's one of the only reasons why I did the Easy A for this guy out of the World Tournament units, because he's pretty terrible, but he is one of the units that will help in this chain battle. And obviously by having his Easy A, being a higher level and having higher stats, he will slightly help you to get a slightly better score. So that's why I did him. But this comes out in the later part of the anniversary. You can see the part 2 LR is in here as one of the advantageous units. So yeah, good old chain battle. I mean, if you can find the good friends, right? Like you see on Twitter, there's Discord servers and stuff where people will help you, like, you know, be your friend temporarily so you can get a good score. But you ideally want to be hitting 100 million, even if you're not finishing in the top, like, high percentage rankings. Getting 100 million to get all the missions done gives you a pretty decent amount of rewards. And then last but definitely not least is this 8th anniversary battle event that comes out during the very last part of the anniversary. I talked about this on the stream earlier today. This event has 8 stages where you fight against the anniversary units from each anniversary. So stage 2 is the 2nd anniversary Super Saiyan 4s. Stage 5 is the 5th anniversary, like Vegito and Gogeta. You get the drift, right? So each stage is one of the anniversary units, both of them. And then by defeating them, this is the very important part and why this event is so good. By defeating these stages, you unlock exclusive skill orbs that can only be equipped to those characters. So like when you beat stage 3, these skill orbs that you get from the missions can only be given to these 2 units, right? Now, all of these, for all of the characters, are incredibly good. Most of them are the same, if not just similar. Level 8 defense for the bronze is the highest one that is available in the game. There's no other level 8, like, or defense orbs, right? You can't get these normally. So that gives 800 extra defense before all the modifiers and everything, which is pretty good. But the ones that you really want to look out for, and the reason why this event is so good, is the 5th anniversary LRs. Obviously get their easy A's and become like top 10 units in the game again. And then the 7th anniversary LRs are still perfectly like runnable in this current meta, so getting super good orbs for them is really good. And then of course the new anniversary LRs themselves, you're getting really good exclusive skill orbs for them as well. Now obviously the gold one, you do have to have 2 dupes in order to have that slot unlocked, but even if you only get the 1 copy of the anniversary LRs, by beating this final stage and doing this mission by using all 5 types, you get a free silver skill orb that gives you 4 crit and 4 additional, which is really good. And then obviously you get the level 8 defense as well. So this event is absolutely a must, right? I mean, think about even the 6-year LRs, like they're kind of outdated now, like out of the meta now, but if we're following the track of units that have been easy A-ing, in the 9th anniversary, these units will get their easy A's, and then you're going to have these like peak skill orbs on them. So that is pretty good. So this event definitely very, very nice way to close out the anniversary by giving you some nice power-ups. Now obviously, like, you know, the 1st and 2nd anniversary units, these guys don't suddenly become like meta relevant again just because of these skill orbs. So it is kind of funny that you even get them for like Janemba and STR Gogeta, but hey, you know, it's a nice little reward. But the later stages, those are the ones that you do really want, because those units are actually still usable, and these skill orbs give them a massive buff. So there you go, that is all of the new events coming out during the anniversary. Like I said, we didn't talk about the Extreme Z battles because I did a separate video covering that. I also didn't talk about obviously the new LRs for part 1 will have their own Dokkan Fest event, but it's not really worth talking about, right? Just a standard Dokkan Fest event, not very difficult, gets you the medals every time you beat the stage. But yeah, those are the events for the anniversary. Let me know down below which ones you are looking forward to the most. It is going to be starting tonight. I will be live for, you know, just in time for the banners to come out, and we'll be doing our summons. We should find out the exact time of the banners at some point today. I'm obviously recording this in the morning, so by the time this video goes up, we might actually already know, because as soon as the time does get revealed, which I think we're waiting for a separate data download, I will post a short video to let you guys know the exact time that the banners come out. So there is the potential that that video is actually already up now by the time you're watching this one, but at the time of recording, we still don't know when that's going to be. So like I say, let me know down below, how excited are you? What events are you looking forward to the most? We are, you know, not long now, less than a full day away, so very exciting stuff. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.